2001 through 2005 Honda Civic with the 1.7 liter engine valve cover gasket replacement. I'm Brian Nessick from How To Automotive, and I'm going to walk you step by step through the process of changing that gasket out. Before we get started, I wanted to show you the parts and part numbers. I will link these up in the description of the video. They come with everything we need to do this job. We need to take this top cover off by turning these screws a quarter turn counterclockwise. After that, you'll be able to lift the cover straight up and off. Now you can remove the 4 acorn nuts holding the coils down. So take these off. They're 10 millimeters in size. Once you get them unbolted, you're going to squeeze the little tabs on the side of the coils here and pull the electrical connectors off. It's a little easier if you pull the coils upwards a little bit, and then you can go ahead and pull them out and set them aside. The oil dipstick runs through the middle of the cover, so we need to pull it out and set aside. So the wire loom for the coils is held on with 3 fasteners. We're going to remove these 3 bolts. They're 10 millimeter bolts, so go ahead and remove those. Once you get it unbolted, we're going to start lifting the harness up, and we're also going to take this vent line here. We're going to take this little clamp and push it back. We're going to push that off here in a second. First, we're going to do is get the slack in the wiring harness by disconnecting all the sensors, the EGR valve, the temp sensor, and everything over here. And we're just going to unplug them, and we're going to start lifting up on the harness here to get some slack in it. And then we're going to go ahead and lift it off its little mounts like this. So once you get it pulled off, you're going to pull it towards the radiator and kind of flex it this way. That way we can get the cover off. Now we're going to remove the cable here. There's a acorn nut here, and we're going to start removing the fasteners on the cover. So there's 5 fasteners on the cover, and the acorn nut right here holds the throttle cable here. So we're going to get this unbolted, and then once you get this unbolted, we're going to push the throttle cable up towards the firewall like this and kind of just hook it back here out of our way. So if you notice, I'm using an impact tool to remove all these fasteners. That's just to make it faster. This is a Milwaukee 1/4" drive impact tool. I will link this up in the description of the video, but it's a not needed tool. You can do this all with hand ratchets. You also may notice when you pull the bolts loose, they don't come all the way out. This is normal. This is a normal situation. We'll have to pry these out with a screwdriver like this to get the bolts and the grommets out. They get stuck to the cover, so you'll pry them out like this, and that'll help you get the cover off here in a second. On the vent hose here, you want to put the screwdriver under the lip here and kind of pry it up and break it free. It gets stuck onto the pipe there. And then to get it off, what I do is I take a pair of needle nose pliers like this, and I grab it right here and kind of give it a twist like this, and that'll pull it off the little port on the cover here. And even though this car is like 10 years old or more, the hose is still soft and pliable, so you can twist it like that and it won't damage it. Now we're going to take the wiring harness here in the back and push it off the cover here. So you're going to lift it up like this and push it in towards the air cleaner. And once you get that all cleared out, then we're going to take a screwdriver here, go in the corner of the cover here and give it a little twist at the corner and break the gasket seal free. It kind of creates like a suction and gets stuck to the top of the cylinder head, so we need to crack it free. It also looks like this AC line here mounts in the back here. There's a little bracket right here in the corner, and this one's actually missing the bolt. So you go ahead and remove that 10 millimeter bolt, and that'll give you a little slack in the AC line here. You're going to kind of flex it over to the side and push the little bracket off towards the back. So you'll flex it off like this. And also, if you follow the AC line up towards the front right here, there's a little bolt right here. If you're going to take this bolt out here, and that'll give you a little bit more flex in the AC line. We don't want to damage this line. We just want to lightly flex it out of our way when we lift the cover up and off. Now that we got the cylinder head cover off, we're going to clean up the mating surface here. And so we're going to wipe this all down. We're going to be careful not to wipe the oil and debris into the cylinder head. We're going to wipe it away. And so we're going to clean this all up around the whole perimeter of it. And there may be some silicone in the corners here. We're going to scrape that silicone out. Be careful not to let it fall into the engine. So you'll scrape the silicone here in the corners out. Make sure it's nice and clean. On both sides of the cylinder head, there's going to be some silicone. Go ahead and scrape all that out and clean that up. Now we're going to prep the gasket. So we're going to take these bolts out. So like I showed you earlier, we have to pry these out with a little screwdriver. And we're going to change the grommets out. With new ones, it comes with it in the new kit, so we're going to pry all these out. Bolts removed with the grommets. Go ahead and just set this aside here. In a minute we'll prep this and change out all those grommets before we put it back together. Right now we're going to focus on getting the gasket out here. So you're going to pull the gasket out, and then we're going to take the tube seals here and we're going to take those out. and we're going to get this all cleaned up. We're going to clean out the channels here. So in most cases, when you pull the gasket off, it'll come off all in one piece and pretty easily, but mine was rock hard and came out in a bunch of pieces, so I actually had to chisel these out with a screwdriver. And to get the tube seals here, what I did was I took this flat blade screwdriver like this, a small one. I hammered it straight down until it bottomed out, and then you give it a little pry like this, and it'll pop the tube seals out. You'll do that for all 4 of the seals. Go ahead and remove those. Now we're going to clean the valve cover itself, so we're going to get all the oil and debris off of it. You can use parts washers or brake clean like this and go ahead and clean this up and get it oil free. Then we're going to go ahead and install our new gasket. It just presses in. We're going to take our tube seals here and press these in until they're fully seated. You may want to tap them down with a rubber mallet like this until they're fully seated. The seal that comes with the kit is the coil seals. So these go onto the coils, and they also come with the new grommets for the bolts. To get the grommets off the bolts here, it can be a little challenging. So what I do is I take a pair of side cutters like this, and I'll cut the rubber portion of it, and then flare it to the side and peel them off. And then you can take the metal washer and let it slide off like this. To put them back on, what I do is I take them and I put them in the vise. I put the new grommet in the vise like this, and I take a little bit of dish soap and I pour a little dish soap on the seal here, and that allows it to lubricate it enough where the new bolt will just slide right in. You kind of just wiggle it and push it kind of side to side like this and push it through, and it'll pop on like this. Now that the cover and bolts are all prepped, we're going to prep the cylinder head here by putting a little bit of the silicone in the corners of the cam lobes here on the left and right side. So you just put a small little dab in the corners. I will also link up the silicone that we use here at the shop in the description of the video. So now that we got the silicone on there, we're going to take the cover and push it straight down, and we're going to push it over the tube seals until it fully seats right here. We'll make sure that it seats fully on the cylinder head, and then we're going to make sure that the gasket didn't slip off or fall inside. And the best way to do that is to take a dental mirror like this and kind of just look around the perimeter and make sure you see the gasket. The cool thing about the Felpro gaskets is they're bright blue and they're easy to see with the mirror. So once you're confident that the gasket is in the right position, now we're going to go ahead and start putting it back together by flipping the wiring harness here and put it back over the stud here, and go ahead and get that in position. And once you get that in position, then you can go ahead and start all 5 of the bolts. You want to start them all by hand. You want to leave the cover kind of loose where you can wiggle it side to side, left to right a little bit. That way it's easier to start the bolts. The back ones, the long ones, are a little harder. You have to kind of fish for the bolt. The hole for where the bolt bolts into is kind of deep down in there. You have to kind of wiggle it left or right, trying to kind of find it. So now that all the bolts are started, I'm going to run them down until they're snug, until they kind of bottom out into the cover. And then once they're bottomed out, I'll start here in the middle, and I'm going to tighten this one down, and I'll tighten this one down, and I'll go in a crisscross pattern like this until all the fasteners are snugged. And I'm going to tighten them down like this. So I'm going to tighten them down till they're snug, and then about a quarter turn more, so you'll kind of feel it. You see I'm choking up on the ratchet here. You can feel the gasket and the rubber grommets squish down, and you don't want to over tighten them. Just tighten them down until they're good and snug and about a quarter turn more. And then you can take this vent line here and put this on, and then go ahead and remount the brackets here for the AC hose and all the wiring here. We're going to flip this wire loom here back into place after we get the AC secure. So we'll put that back into place, and then we'll put the cable back into place, and we'll bolt this all up. And we'll put all the fasteners back in and tighten those all down. None of these bolts need to be super tight, just snug. So you just run them down till they're snugged up. And as you can see, I'm using the little Milwaukee impact gun here to run them down till they're snug. It has a variable trigger, so I'm not like bearing down on it. I'm easing off the trigger to reduce the torque. Just snugging them all up. Now you can go ahead and plug in the EGR valve and the temp sensor here, and just everything that you unplugged, you can go ahead and re-secure it and plug everything back in. After that, we're going to take the coils here, and we're going to take the old boots off. So these little boots just peel off of a screwdriver or your fingers, and you slide the new boots on, and you're going to slide them down the tubes and start the electrical connectors, and then rebolt all the coils back up. Then you can reinstall your oil dipstick, reinstall the top cover. So you're going to line it up with the little tabs on the top of the thing, and then turn it a quarter turn clockwise, and that'll lock the cover into position. So you kind of push down and then turn clockwise at the same time. So push down, turn, and that locks the cover into place. You want to give it a little tug to make sure it doesn't pop back off. So if you need any of the parts and tools, there will be links for those in the description of the video. I'm Brian Esser from How To Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, encourage you to subscribe, invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this. Thank you again for watching.